Jamie left.
Yeah, I don't know where Gelman went.
What?
Gelman had to take a duty.
I can't wait to see that on film.
Come on, I was getting sleepy. I had to throw a little pizzazz in there.
What?
What's the word duty?
That's not pizzazz, that's just awful.
I have to like change my words. I can't like fucking curse all the time about my kid. Like I have to tell Joe to stop it all the time. Because I don't want the kid to just come out like a sailor.
Hey kid, fuck you!
I was cursing when I was in like 2nd grade.
Ooh, you know what'll be crazy?
Huh?
If you get like all like postpartum Brooke Shields, where she was just like, there were just
I'm expecting it because bipolar runs in my family.
I just remember like that interview where she was like, there was just times when I just wanted to take my baby and throw it against the wall.
Oh, God.
I was
but
like,
I have like I'm not doing this on my own.
yeah,
which
I was
is
like,
really
poor
nice.
Brooke
I have
Shields.
my
Like
man
her.
And you live with a guy that
support
already has a
system.
kid.
Yeah, our roommate Matt, but he's a fool. I don't know.
See,
that boy, I don't know.
I would like to say that you can count on me to help with a child, but children just
Disturb you.
Ew.
Like that's I'm so surprised you want to be the godmother.
Well, I mean,
but maybe what I think is like other children are disgusting, but this is a child I get to mold into my own image of goodness, and not another reason I want only one is you pay a lot of attention to make sure it grows into a fine young person and not a total douchebag like 99% of society is right now. So you'll have a hand in making that child awesome and creating an awesome thing instead of like everything else.
I would just like to say that knowing us and our social circle, that there is a very high chance that this child is just going to be unbelievably screwed up. Like, it's just going to be a huge pile from which there is no return.
No. You're not going to be a huge nerd that might have trouble socially, but like...
No, like that's why I think I also need to be in the baby's life, because if it just has to have like you and Joe and Jamie around, the child's gonna be
just gonna sit there and like burp and be like, "Did you see Battlestar Galactica last night?"
It's gonna be socially retarded. So that's where I come in, where I actually teach the child to speak to other human beings and not be a monster.
And manners and ladylike behavior.
So, no, I have high hopes for this child.
I do.
Even if I don't want to touch it.
Okay, you never have to touch it.
No
You can
holding
look at
it.
and I'll make sure it's always looking its best when it comes to see you.
Have you heard of the heels for babies?
I saw them. They're adorable.
I know. You have to let your baby wear them.
Okay.
It's totally sick, but I love it.
You gotta start them young.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't get my first pair of heels till I was 20, so... look at my life.
I think I was 20 when I got my first pair, too.
Yeah. But you have a different situation.
I have a quite different situation. I was going to say something earlier. I don't think it was about your baby. I think I'd moved on. But then brought me back into a swirling eddy of despair that is known as your child.
It's not
I think it'll be joyous.
It will be joyous.
It'll be joyous and wonderful. And I want to hear the words that are going to follow the look that I see on your face. What does this mean?
It means I'm thinking.
And did I hear you say that self-proclaimed monster Joe Ayers doesn't want to touch the child?
I don't want to touch the child. Oh, here's a fun thing. Jamie, I think you need to come in.
What?
Come into the shop for this. You're a big part. No, it's not that.
Oh.
But you are a big part of this coming. Here, scoot over though.
Yeah.
Jamie can share my seat. So, like I said, you all know Jamie Gelman, Lake. Okay, so Jamie and I have started hanging out a lot.
Yeah.
Last time she came, we went and saw Zombieland and
Where the Wild Things
Where the Wild Things Are, which we really enjoyed. And then we decided to stop at Safeway to pick up ingredients for cake soup, and then we were also going to get crab and cheese wontons from Emperor's Palace. And Jamie was hungry and couldn't figure out what she wanted, and she eventually settled on tell them what you settled on.
Rotisserie chicken.
A full rotisserie chicken.
I was hungry.
Yeah, and so we brought it home, brought it to my home, and ate it while watching Frankenhooker, which I'm quite sure is the best film in the history of cinema.
It's good. I approve of it.
I think everyone who has seen it has to. Well, okay, so what happened with the chicken, you guys?
You're gonna tell the story of the chicken.
We started to eat it, and then somewhere along the lines, it wasn't so much eating it as it was tearing apart the carcass.
If you've ever watched Discovery Channel and seen those movies of the hyenas picking over a little dead thing, we were hunched.
We were hunched over it. We actually got into it with our claws to find the wishbone.
Yeah.
We pulled out the wishbone and we broke it, and Jamie won. I forgot what you wished for.
I wish that next time we could get twice as many crab and cheese wontons.
Oh, yeah.
And you wish that next time we could get another rotisserie chicken.
I really like the idea of us eating entire animals. Like, next time I want like to have like a full turkey or duck. Like they don't serve many animals fully.
Turducken.
You can't really do like, what the hell's a turducken?
A turducken is a turkey stuffed with an entire duck. Then stuffed with bacon.
We need this.
Have you never been on thisiswhyyourfat.com?
Oh yeah. I was actually thinking more along the lines of a suckling pig, but I would assume that a suckling pig would be expensive and heavy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the only other thing we could come up with was like turkey.
Yeah. So birds are mostly, but which it raised a good question. Me and Jamie actually discussed this after we had finished destroying. Like it was literally just two pulpy piles after a while. But like we were wondering, when did it stop being a chicken? So I brought the question to my philosophy teacher, with whom I share a pretty good relationship. And I asked him, and we got in a big long discussion about it and about language. And then after I finished explaining it, I was like, but we destroyed the chicken. And he's like, but it's still chicken parts. And I was like, but at the same time, that's like me finding a human hand and being like, that's a person. No, it's just human parts. And he's like, that's a good question. I was like, so when does it stop being a chicken? And he literally went, I don't know. I just don't know. And I was like, well.
You stumped a professor.
I stumped a professor. And then I was like, well, all I know is that I destroyed that chicken. I'm a monster. And he's like, that I do know. And then I told him about the gloriousness that is cake soup.
Cake soup was good, which is still in your freezer.
Well, yeah. I don't know what to say. Like,
it's better than the cucumber.
Yeah, because at least it doesn't turn into liquid in a freezer. Did you know that, you guys? If you buy a cucumber, forget about it in your fridge, it just becomes pure liquid.
I think green vegetables will do that, actually. I've seen it with lettuce and bell peppers.
Bell pepper? I didn't know that until recently. Oh, also, once it turns to liquid, make sure you grab the right end of the bag. Otherwise, you will be mopping up cucumber.
I'm glad I wasn't here for that. But I was proud of you when I came in and you cleaned your fridge and washed your dishes.
Wash my dishes.
And hide them.
Shut up. Fake clean them, basically. So yeah, that's
life.
That's life. Brittany, you got anything else you want to add?
No, not really.
Brittany's become kind of complacent since she got all filled up with a man's babies. Jamie, anything else?
No, I never really have anything to say.
I know.
Our lives still.
Huh?
Me and Jamie, we don't get to do crazy things. We go to movies.
Yeah,
and
we go to our sad job, and then we go back to our sad homes.
Yeah.
Right now I'm living in a sad castle surrounded by a sad moat. Ever since it started raining.
Yeah.
I have horrible neighbors. Like, this one lady across the street has like 5 kids, and they all have different hair color. And there's always at least 3 of them out jumping on her car. And she's just like, get off the goddamn car! And yeah, that's fun. So I really need to move. Yeah. So.
So I think that's all we have to say. I think we need to leave you with a pearl of wisdom that we have learned in our journeys after encountering the gloriousness that is Frankenhooker. Are you guys ready?
Movie.
Greatest movie. Count to 3. Do the face and then. Alright. So 1, 2, 3. Got any money? Want a date? Got any cash?
Fuck! I have a baby!